Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order at 6:06. And we'll start with Yulita.
Becky
And Susan.
and Susie, do you approve the meeting minutes?
I didn't
Okay.
approve as written.
Okay. Who would like to volunteer to approve the meeting minutes for April?
We're not having a March meeting.
Same two? Okay.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
There's agenda thing. Miss Perry's room?
Miss Perry's room.
What room number is that?
Over by the,
Computer lab.
computer lab.
Okay, Mrs. Perry's room by the computer lab.
Yeah.
Is it room 18? Just to look at
Yeah, yeah,
Room
18.
Morning.
I know where to go. All right, so the next thing on the agenda is old business. Sammy Circuit and Student Council, Mark, do you have any update on that?
So we have is at next week's, and what you're referring to is talking about with our student council regarding, just to keep getting everybody up to date, asking if they can take some sort of the fiscal, just part of it, taking some of the fiscal burden off of PTC for that. And so I spoke with each of the PTC members, the student council teacher representatives, sorry for a moment, and they're going to bring it to next week's, or the next meeting. This agenda was too full yesterday, so, but they're going to bring it to the next one. And I gave them the suggestion that you just bring it to the students and ask them if they would like to take any type of ownership. And I gave a little bit of parameters within there, and we'll see where that goes from there. So I should get some feedback pretty soon.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. I just, really quick, sorry this is not on the agenda, but I first of all want to thank the PTC for translating into Spanish the meeting minutes as well as the agenda today. I just want to know, because it's hard to break things up, and I want to make sure that if they have an opportunity, es más fácil para transducir durante. Would you like to translate during the meeting as it goes, or is it? It's kind of an as-need thing. If you would like to, we want what's going on here to be accessible to. It's up to them, honestly.
Como sea, si quieres al latino o...
Okay, we'll do it at the end. We'll talk about it at the end. Yeah.
If you have questions,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Si tienen preguntas, las hacen, las hacemos.
Sí.
Yeah, if they have questions, we'll
Estoy
make it.
preocupado porque cuando tiene preguntas después no
Ah,
tenemos
tarde.
todas aquí. So cuando I'm saying if you have questions afterwards, not everybody's going to be accessible to answer the question. But if there's translation going on during, even if it's quiet going on the side, I will fight. Or if we need to stop and translate, it
Yeah,
might take a little longer, but that's okay.
yes.
The point is,
No, no, I'll do it just,
yeah.
yeah, here, because I wasn't actually thinking it.
Everybody else
Yeah.
that's here, Norma Cabrera is here to translate for our Spanish-speaking parents. And we're very lucky and appreciative that she was able to come and attend tonight. She was also the one that helped us with the translation on the agendas and the meeting minutes. So thank you, Norma.
Oh, sure.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, sure. I just want to make sure that we're good.
Right, yeah. Okay, the next thing is the tax status. And Danielle and I have been working, trying to get in with the IRS, and our schedules have not been able to accommodate that. So we're gonna work on that.
I did call, I didn't get anywhere. I was on hold for about an hour,
Yeah.
and my schedule at work in a year, it's just not permitted. So I did talk to a CPA's office, one wasn't able to help, I talked to another one, they referred us to an attorney. So we decided, Chantel and I had talked after I'd gotten that information, to go ahead and try to just work on it ourselves the best that we can. We do have a 15-month period, which will be creeping up on us come March or April. I'm not really sure, honestly. I have to go back and check that, match the one we did last year. And then we'll just go from there.
It's a 15, I don't understand the 15.
When you lose your tax status, you have 15 months to submit some paperwork for reinstatement
Okay.
before I think you start from like the very beginning of applying for it, just from scratch. So, we're gonna try to get that, we're gonna get that paperwork in. I'd like to get it in the month of February. We're just doing the best we can.
We're gonna start all over.
No,
No.
we want to try to get it done.
Before we have to start.
Get the reinstatement paperwork in before the time frame is up to start it all over.
So we have nothing's been started?
Not that I know of. I haven't
We're
been
still
able
trying to
confirm
Figure
that.
it out.
Yeah, to be on hold with the IRS. It's not conducive to our schedules right now, so we're trying to work it in. So as soon as we can, we'll work it in, get some kind of status before our time frame is up for reinstatement.
Yes.
All right, so that's where we're at with the tax status. I'm gonna skip the buddy bench for now. Our Eagle Scout is supposed to be coming in between wrestling practice and another Boy Scout thing, so when he gets here, he'll do his presentation. Okay, and then is there any other old business that we need to discuss? I don't think so either. I think we're good. Okay, so the next new business, the vice presidency. I put a flyer out, Facebook post, and I think we did an email or something too, asking for anyone who wants to be considered to fill the vice presidency. And we've gotten one person to volunteer. And so that one person is Holly Fancher. And I do have two committee chair people here, the principal and the board is here, so we can go ahead and do a quick vote. Current past president also had to put his vote in, so he did it by written note that says, I vote Holly Fancher to take over the vacant vice president position created by my resignation, Rich Hartshorn. Respectfully. So that's his vote. I'm a tiebreaker, so if, let me see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'd be a
I'm in
7.
favor.
I'm in favor.
Am I a voter? Yes.
Am I voting? No, okay.
Okay, so it's unanimous.
Okay.
You are held next door to that. Thank you, Holly. Thank you. Okay, next order of business is our Seas Candy Spring Fundraiser. We need a chairperson. I know you've had exposure to it. I don't know who else was able to step up and help you guys, you and Rich?
No, Rich did it.
Okay.
So, what's our time period?
We have books here to check them out.
Okay.
We just got them in the mail.
I know it's very easy, and I know when you call C's, they're very, very helpful.
And delicious.
I want to say it comes in like 10 days, so we just need to decide on a calendar for when we want to have it delivered to the children, which is usually right before spring break.
We're gonna have to
Thursday,
move on it.
Thursday or Friday before spring break. Which one is spring break this year?
March,
March 30th
That's
through
right.
April 6th.
Okay. So,
beginning of March.
we could send the flyers out the beginning of March, give them 2 weeks to do that, get them all counted in, and then, yeah, and that.
Basically, I think the biggest part of it is the distribution once the candy comes in, to distribute it out to all the classes and stuff.
Yeah, and there's candy packets in here.
Would you be willing to step up and help us with that? Okay, great. Can I consider you a committee chairperson?
Yes.
Thank you.
And I know we did really well at the winter one, a lot better than I think I've seen. And then we'll give an extra 5% kickback for doing both of them.
An extra 5%.
So I think all the information is in here for what we need to do. Well, these are the actual order forms. This is our option, so like,
Very good.
Yeah, just throw everything back in that envelope.
yeah.
All right, thank you, Lori. Do we have any other new business that we want to bring up at the moment?
Family dance?
That's the next.
So I just wanted to Lily was just saying she'd like to help in any way, shape, or
Okay.
form. So if there's something that you would like help with, Lily could help out, yes.
And she,
That's
and
Lori,
they're very good.
Lori Lily, Lily Lori, sorry, that's Lily.
And they're very good at wanting to communicate with us. I went to the ELAC meeting and I had a great time with the ladies.
Well, I know we're.
I didn't know what they were really saying, but that was okay. Except for I did know a little bit.
And you got some translation going on.
Yeah.
She was helping translate.
Yeah, she was helping.
I know where she lives.
I know where you live.
I know where you live. So it's great to incorporate them in our,
Yeah, because, all need is translated.
yeah.
So it might be just good to know names too. So, y'all know me. This is Martha and Lily. And you know them.
Yeah. Co-president.
The co-president.
Martha
That's
and
what-
Lily and Norma. And Mr. Wealthy knows how to speak Spanish.
Eh.
It's all out of water today, I'm like, what's going
There
on
you
over there?
go.
Mr.
This is
Wilkie, can you
Danielle,
speak
and that's you, Lita. And that's Holly. She's our new VP, and then Lori and Becky.
Mayama Lori. But here's the best part. Dos cervezas, por favor.
And then
No,
in
there
the
you
back,
go.
there's Tammy Roberts.
Okay,
And
welcome
her son.
to our PTC meeting.
Hi, welcome.
This is Ethan.
Hi, Ethan.
He goes
Hi.
to Roseville High School.
Great. Ethan, are you a senior?
I am.
So is he twins with that girl I met this morning?
Irish twins.
Ah, cool.
Because you have a set of
They're
twins.
9 months apart. Yes, I have a
Okay.
set of
Ooh,
twins.
Tammy,
who's
that's
16.
Irish twins, all right.
That's right.
Same year?
No.
No, okay.
96.
Calendar year?
She's 96, he's 97, but 9 months apart. Yes. Anyway,
Well, thank you. Thank you
Does
all for
everybody get to
attending.
introduce themselves?
and Lori,
You
I'll
do
help
it?
too if you need help.
Okay, great,
Cool.
thanks.
Thanks, Tammy.
Awesome. I'm writing you down.
She'll call you too.
Okay, so the next thing is all of our upcoming events that we have planned. The first one is this Friday's Family Dance. It's all coming together very good. Holly and Lori are in charge of the dance. I've been helping with pre-sale tickets. We've so far got 54.
Oh, nice.
So we're on a roll. So hopefully more will come at the door, and it won't be raining too bad, hopefully, so that people will come. But anyway, we're excited and we're looking forward to the fun.
I think it's gonna be great.
I think so too. It'll be fun.
I think it's gonna be fun.
And then the word will spread like wildfire to the next dinner.
That's right.
So, and then the next thing that we have coming up is Sammy Circuit at the school again on February 23rd, Monday, Sammy Circuit Monday. And then a few days later, he's going to have a free family night here at the school for all the families to come with the kids to do the circuit training. And so that the families can experience what the kids have been experiencing.
Does it kind of run like a Saturday morning
It
thing?
is.
though?
Yeah, very much so.
And that's only March, right?
No, I just see pictures and see videos.
Oh, the ones I post.
I'm not sure, but I've
Yeah.
seen some. They might have been videos, I don't know. So,
It's very fun. So yeah. It's not gonna be this Saturday though. He's,
Okay.
the church is having a conference. And it's his Saturday party.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, yeah, Adriana, yeah, she goes there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like Adriana goes there.
yeah. Yeah, she's in Puerto Rico right now though. She's not missing too much though, because he canceled a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow, or this Saturday. Anyway, the next thing is appreciation, Teacher Appreciation Week. What, do you know what week we usually do that, or do we need to schedule that?
No, there's an official week.
Okay, do you know what it is?
There's an official district week, and it's usually different than the official week that we do. Just,
Oh, wait a minute.
Or should we be doing the official district week?
like what I'm saying is, the district usually adopts a particular week, and we just schedule one that is sometimes,
Okay, teacher,
Close.
like National Teacher
Yeah.
Appreciation Day is like about May 9th, is my guess. So last year it was, we started on May 5th, yeah, so I bet it's the week of the 4th of May.
okay.
Let's just pick that.
I think we should do.
Yeah.
Yeah, May 4th to 8th.
Okay.
Awesome.
So we will be, in April, we will be asking for help in getting that organized and getting a chairperson in charge of that.
So I think you should get a chairperson in charge too, because with a nonprofit status, well, we have some money, right?
Here's another little thing to just put it aside. If this is something that is attractive to us as an organization, then I can make this connection happen. But Pat Gorith with Life Community Church is asking about what happens during Teacher Appreciation Week for this upcoming year, or this year, and she asks for those dates. And so I put it on hold for a few days, and I'm going to give her a call. But this would be something that if I know who the lead is, then I can kind of connect her with that, and it would be a little bit more of continuity and flow. You know, people aren't working as hard because it won't be.
They did the barbecue on the last
Okay,
year,
I'll
right?
coordinate. Chantel, if you're okay, I'll coordinate staff appreciation with you.
Sure.
And I worked with Pat last year,
Okay.
and they were really great. I'll have some money, I just need to know how much money.
Well, could we solicit donations from like the different restaurants and whatnot? So
I'm not comfortable doing that without our current status, without this nonprofit status, because that's how we got it before.
okay.
So I don't know who, unless somebody says to me, this restaurant will do it without that number, I need to have a sure thing. I don't want to.
Well, and we can ask, we can talk to the different restaurants and whatnot, let them know our status, and if they say no, then we're right where we're at, and if they say no problem, it's a teacher appreciation thing, it's no big deal,
Okay.
that they write it off on their own kind of thing without it being a nonprofit donation, it's a community donation.
Okay, so there's such things, there's way
Sure.
around this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Well, I
have,
mean, there's particular ones, like I know Paso Pizza Company would, and don't ask for one, just because
Right.
they have a relationship. with us,
and
but
Chick-fil-A,
beyond that-
Okay, so would they donate?
Yeah.
See, the only relationship I know with
They do.
Foster Pizza is we pay for it.
Well,
So-
that's because that's the side that you see.
Right.
And then the side that I see is there are times where I say, can you donate to my teachers? And they say, every time they say yeah.
Okay.
yeah, because we're not asking for like a fundraiser thing, or for, to sell the pizza.
To make money. She was just really hard to get hold of last year. So, anybody else got any sure things?
Chick-fil-A,
Ooh, they said no.
I'll try to get
last
some
year.
answers.
I got it the day before it was ready. I mean, when people were not able to get for what?
Conference week.
Conference week. I went in there the night before and said, we're kind of in a bind and we don't have anything for tomorrow. And they went, yeah, no problem. Here's a whole tray of chicken and a whole tray of fruit and sweet tea and lemonade.
That's awesome. I did it officially with a letter and everything.
Oh, yeah. The letters had gone out and she hadn't heard back from anybody, so I was just going there to pick up dinner the night before. So while I was there, I just asked, and they said, sure, no problem. So,
How many teachers do we have?
17
And then-
certificated, but
Well, it's staff,
other-
it's staff appreciation, I
Still
think,
can-
is what we celebrate.
Yeah.
We celebrate staff appreciation, and we have to decide if preschool, upfront preschool is going to be involved in this.
Right, and if you do, then we're looking in the 55 range.
Yeah. So that's a difference. We didn't include them last year.
I work at the preschool in Stonebridge, and I mean, I don't know, license, I guess they do sometimes include us, but I feel like it's kind of two separate things personally.
Well, and that's the thing, is last year I had each teacher or each staff member got like little gifts in their boxes throughout the week. And then, but preschool wasn't included in that. But then when the food came, preschool came. So, and I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but I felt like it's either all or nothing, because I was told, no, they're not included. But then when when a mass email goes out to the staff, preschool's on there. So when Debbie sends a message that says, hey, food in the staff room, and of course they're gonna come, there's food, you know, and there was always plenty. It wasn't like they came and picked out and took it all or whatever. It's nothing like that. I just want to work that in, if that's, because it's another 15 people, right? Ish.
They complained last year that they were never included in anything over here.
Okay.
I say include us.
Yeah,
I mean, that's, I think it's,
but
we
then
should,
don't
but
they
they don't
have a
get any of
separate
our
principal
communication or
or
anything.
They have
separate
a separate principal,
supervisor?
but they don't have a, like a PTC that's
No.
active in
Okay.
any way, shape, or form. We're
I
talking
mean,
about
like
preschool
funding for
students.
everything,
We suck them in before they get to kindergarten and while we're giving them.
Well, see, because my daughter went there last year, and they're like, why don't we get any of the communication from the school? And I
Oh, well,
I don't know
that's-
how this, I didn't know how it worked. I was like, I don't know. Or can we come? I said, well, I don't see why not. I mean, I didn't know the difference between the two.
Well, yeah, so it is, I mean, are they a part of our school or are they separate entity?
They're a separate entity in terms of the supervisory role. I'm not a direct educational supervisor of them.
And they're
But
preschool?
facility-wise, I'm supervisor of the facility because because George Rooks, who's the principal, is running 2 sites. And him being itinerant means that he could be someplace else if something goes down that I need to use an evacuation mentality. So I'm in a weird position as supervisor of facility, but not supervisor in educational realm.
And their preschool students don't automatically flow into
No.
our school?
But not all of them.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, I don't know.
So with our
So-
TK, our
Right.
TK, on the books right now, only 6 students are going from TK to kinder next year, because that is who's zoned for here, pending kinder districts. So,
Okay, well, that's a discussion, I guess.
Yeah,
we'll-
so that's a, well,
Right, I mean,
that's a really valid question.
Right, I don't know.
What's the question?
Well, I was saying, like, should they be in on the Seas Candy fundraiser? But then the profits wouldn't necessarily go to them because their teachers aren't on our list. So there's
No,
a,
don't include them in that. They're a separate entity and their kids, not all their kids are gonna go to our school, you
It's
know?
true.
I mean,
I know kids
that's a
that
whole
won't come.
different, that's a
Yeah,
whole
but
different
I mean,
realm.
they just complained
I think they want to know more about like the activities, like the school dance.
currently
and
going
then-
on
Right.
here. and
Well, that's
why don't
fine.
they get
Yeah,
communication?
that's fine.
And I did.
I don't think they need to be
This
included
year,
in the fundraiser type thing,
Right,
Yeah.
but in the
and the
overall
activities,
activity
the
of the
community
school.
activities. And I did, this year, I took family school flyers over there, and they posted them. I did not do that for the dance, though.
I just want to say that if it is decided to include them, because the email does go out, it would be nice in the email to say preschool is invited,
Right.
because like, my teacher will be like, oh, there's food, and I'm like, oh, well, you have food in the staff room, that's not for us, like, yeah, that's right, and I'm like, oh. So it would be
Yeah.
nice if we did it to specifically say that, so that they
So
would
that-
feel more welcome, you know?
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's-
sure.
when I put Caseburg site,
Mhm.
it goes to both.
Oh, no, I don't see yours. I mean, is that what you mean? Okay, sorry.
But what I,
Yes.
like, for example, in the distribution list that says Stone Ridge site,
Right.
that goes to both preschool and to, see,
I think so.
that was
Well,
not
Not
in
everything
my
out of
understanding.
Well, I mean, no, like, if, no, that's not true.
Okay.
Not you, I think if our secretary sends something, it goes to everyone, but I don't feel like it's including.
Because I would have thought
you
there's a
know?
distribution
I'm
list
sure
that
there's a different
says
things, there's,
Caseburg
right,
preschool
right, I'm
staff.
sure there
preschool-
probably, yeah, there probably is.
Okay. Because if that's the case, I can understand why they don't slide it if they're getting an email. that says,
Yeah, they're
"We got
probably
food in there," then they're
Yeah.
like, wait a second, does it say we're supposed to get it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, they came.
Okay.
They came for the food, so.
Okay, and there's
But
possibility.
they didn't get, you know, little treats and stuff, so that's the thing. Should we just invite them for the food part? And
Can I work it out with George and find out
well, I
the
think
deal
George's
is?
gonna have to kick down some cash.
We don't have any money.
$200.
I'll just say good luck
So,
with that.
yeah.
Or no, or you could get
I
donations.
will say
You
good
work
luck with
it.
that at this point because they do not have people
There's
to
no
do
PPC, there's
the
no.
work that we're doing in here to.
They
When I say
don't
we,
do-
I mean,
They
you
don't,
guys typically are the ones getting that.
they don't do any fundraising for the preschool,
We
obviously.
do, but the people that go to the fundraising are the people who work there, you know, kind of like.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the staff
It's
going
a
to
But I mean-
dinner.
I mean,
like
the-
not,
I
don't
mean,
think Kate's
what they don't do at the
they do the same thing we
preschool
do.
is have a parent meeting
We're trying to find
so
something
that the
else.
kids get fundraisers from the parent meetings. So that's what, you know, that's
Right.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, when my kids went to preschool, it was a parent organization thing where you had to, you know, you had to go to the preschool and work in the
Oh,
preschool.
participate, yeah.
And you had to, you know, do fundraising and everything else, so.
Okay, Lori, thank you for stepping up and taking Teacher Appreciation Week.
And I'm taking volunteers. Well, I'm taking volunteers.
They're saying the same budget.
Volunteers and volunteers. and-
Lori, the same budget for that is $500 like last year.
And we're good at that.
As of today, yes. As of April. No, yeah, we should be fine.
And
Because
I'm
we'll
taking ideas and suggestions.
We'll have to see this.
I lost my crafter.
Yeah.
But I had a crafter last year doing all the cutout, and she borrowed everything from another parent, and both of them, she was
Submitting it, she submitted it.
remember all those Hershey Kisses with your
Becky, I do have a question. Did you find a check from November?
I have not found out yet. Kathy is gonna be the one who's gonna double check on that. I did just, not about the thing that I sent off though, sorry, you did give it to me. The box top stuff that I sent off did get approved, that check is coming, so I got the confirmation.
But we
email on
we
that.
haven't gotten the one from the fall yet.
I know,
Okay.
so Kathy's gonna try and figure that out still, because
Okay.
I was kind of waiting till that thing got through and I got the confirmation saying this one was, to make sure that we're still, okay. But I did just order through Campbell's a ton of equipment for PE.
Oh, good.
Or playground or whatever, but
Was there a lot of stuff?
18,000.
Wow. I don't know how much stuff.
Like, 6 playground balls cost like 1,400.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
How many? Quite a bit. 6 playground balls, 1,200 points.
Oh,
For the labels for
And she had
education.
I said I
18,000 points.
I bought like 4 basketballs, 4 footballs, probably 24 different types of red balls or colorful balls they play on the ground and jump rope.
so
Stuff
maybe
that
they
is-
can play kickball with the kickball ball instead of a soccer ball?
Apparently they are supposed to play softball, but because the kickballs break, I guess, so I ordered more softballs too because of that.
They hurt.
That's awesome.
They
That's good.
they were playing with a big red ball out here the other day. They were playing kickball with a big red.
I know they break.
That's funny.
Well, thank you for that update on the box. Back to school night is May 14th from 6 to 7:30.
Got a connecting announcement to make, if you don't mind writing it in. Apologize for not getting on here formally, but the Thursday the 12th of February, at 6 to approximately 7, maybe a little bit after that, is an information night. It's for communities, for families, it's for parents. Every single school within Roseville City School District is just connecting with the community at this time of year because a lot of families are kind of school shopping. Some families think, you know, I'm going to go to a charter school. This is the time of year when some of those families are making those decisions, or at least thinking through them. And I think that sometimes there's just not a complete clear picture of the advantages of going to a community school. And so part of that meeting is sharing about some of the direction that Kingsburg's going, and basically just making sure everybody gets a clear picture of the great things that are going on here. So the 12th is this upcoming Thursday. So We're
This is
a
for,
week and a day away.
is this for the district or just our school?
It's for our school. Every school within our district is doing or done one.
Okay.
Because the registration, January 20th to February 20th is the priority registration for kinder. And then it goes to another registration period after that. But my point is trying to make sure families have the opportunity to get that registration in there before that deadline.
Is a flyer gonna go out?
Flyers are gonna go out Friday folder, and I'm gonna get one out either tomorrow or Friday digitally as well.
Okay. Awesome, well, go Kingsbury.
That's what I say too. A lot of good things going on.
Well, you have this list here, you can promote some of these items too.
Yeah.
And that's in the district sent out a family survey, the 6 to 7.
What?
The district sent out a family survey or a site school survey.
Oh, I think I did too.
Yeah, news to me. I
Okay,
didn't know
so-
that there was a family survey that went out already.
I don't, yeah, unless it's,
Oh, just today, okay.
or last night. Anyway.
So the meeting on the 12th, is that gonna be like in the cafeteria?
It's gonna be in a multi-purpose room from about 6 to 7, roughly.
Does the PTC want us there, or?
Absolutely. Anybody who'd like to attend, I mean, want to know what's going on in the next year and.
I'll be in
also-
Cozumel, I won't be able to go.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh.
Thanks for
Chantel,
rubbing that in.
you're welcome. I'm gonna take her phrase with me.
The survey says pour some more.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, anybody's welcome. All
Yeah, I talked to him about it, he said we didn't necessarily have to do a presentation, but we could be there, and if anybody had any questions, we could answer. Okay, so back to school night, and then our ice cream social and art show. I sent an email to Tammy Verduzco to find out where we're at with art docent projects and all that kind of stuff, because we want to post the art projects that the kids do in class at our ice cream social and auction off some of their art projects and stuff. So I haven't heard back from her, so I don't know what's going on. Do you happen to know if art docent projects are happening
It's
Well-
the classrooms. Yeah.
Yeah, my understanding is our docent the program is going fine.
Okay,
There's a few classes that had to double up on because they just don't have somebody that's going to be. So I don't know if that's been fixed or if that's been filled. Some of the gaps that she mentioned when she was here.
Like anybody volunteering to do
Yeah.
it?
yeah.
No,
I gave her a bunch of people, but I guess we
Okay.
all never got back to her or whatever, so.
Okay, well, ultimately, she also is planning the ongoing connection we're having with Marriott for later on. I don't know why she didn't get back to you regarding this, but if I see her, I'll prompt her, hey, where are we at with this?
Okay.
We need to start collecting up in class.
Is she going to
Yeah.
do another exhibit at the
Yes.
hotel?
No.
When is that gonna be?
That one's gonna be in the spring at some point. I don't want it to overlap with this though.
Right, so
so
that's why I don't wanna
What's
take
the,
from them.
what is the date that we have tentative?
Our date is pending.
Okay, so it might be coordinating with her and to say, okay, what date did they say that they wanted you to have the next session at Marriott up there? And then make sure that there's a good month or so in between, so that there's time to collect between the two.
Right.
So Becky and Lori didn't know, we had decided at the beginning of the year with the silent auction and ice cream social thing, that we were gonna do a silent auction. We were going to, like baskets.
We're not gonna do the basket.
No, we were gonna take the art from the kids that they make, and I think we had talked about maybe
Framing. some.
framing a couple pieces, or I don't know how that would work out. I don't think we can frame all of them, and then auctioning them off at that silent auction, art pieces that the kids make.
Is every child gonna have a piece of art?
Well, every year, Rich's, Helen,
Right.
she put up all that art,
Right.
so if they did one, then it was up in there, so I'm not sure how we're gonna be able to do that. We'll figure it out though. to
Yeah,
make
it's
it
something
work so
that Tammy
everyone's included.
Verduzco was going to coordinate with us for the ice cream social night. She did have somebody who was gonna donate a bunch of frames to frame, some artwork. So I just need, I left her a message and I sent her an email and I haven't heard back from her, so I just need to follow up with her to coordinate, see where she's at with art docent projects, make sure that we have enough for the concept, and whatnot, so.
So we're not doing classroom baskets?
No, because what happened was most of it was the people in here were donating for the
Sure.
baskets and the teachers.
Yeah. And the people in here were the ones that were bidding.
Yes, on the
Right,
side of the
yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Clearing them out.
Yes.
So we're just wanting to do something different. This has been done in different schools. We just gotta get the details worked out on how it's gonna
Sure.
work.
And
This is something
some of the surveys that came back from a couple of years past said that we needed to work in more art and, stuff, art projects and like music and all that kind of stuff, more into our
I love the
activities.
I love the idea, I don't know. It makes me nervous with the framing, and obviously every child's not
I
gonna be
think
able to
that's
frame,
overextending
and,
this process.
Okay.
I don't think framing probably is a direction.
Right,
And-
I
but I-
wasn't
No,
looking
I-
at
yeah.
frames, but she
Yeah.
had said that she had somebody who was gonna donate frames, so we were
Just
like.
put on nice cardstock or something
Or,
too.
yeah, it
Right.
depends on what the projects are too.
Construction paper.
What if we have 400 pieces of ours? And each parent bids on their own kid's art?
And when you say bids, it just means they donate $1, they get a sticker that says sold, they put it on there.
Yeah, so
That's what we mean by bid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the silent
But
auction where you.
it, but it
get
could be more of a
up and up and up
donation,
and up.
but you would just say, people are typically putting in $1, putting a sticker up. That's what's done at some sites.
Yeah.
The other,
that sounds good to me.
Again, brainstorming at this point is where I'm kind of at with this. I'm not thinking overextension, but I am thinking that we have 2 programs that are art, but they're music, being the harmonica folks, as well as the guitar.
Yeah.
They want to perform.
Yeah.
We can have them
We
come
had
in at
them
our ice cream social and do
perform.
a thing,
So-
or we can make
Yeah.
a music night or
Yeah,
something
and,
like
and
that.
I mean
Music and
also,
art.
and also the other piece of it could be coordinated with Polly to have because if we have a certain amount of book fairs, then we have a 2-for-1 night. It could be that was coordinated with it as well. But my point in all this is there could be kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say committee because then, it puts more of us in that compromised position of another meeting, another this. But my point is, it seems like it could be a little bit more. And then if there is more to it, it's going to bring more people out.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah.
So,
And especially if you have the kids perform their harmonica and the kids perform their guitar.
So would you
Parents
want-
want to see that.
Would you
Yep.
want to incorporate the harmonica and the guitar with the ice cream social, or do you want them to do a separate night surrounded by a book fair night?
I say,
I think
they're buying it all.
Yeah.
I think combining it all makes it an event that you're going to get great turnout.
Great, okay, well then we'll write that down and we'll put it in there.
But isn't the book fair usually around open house time?
But what they do is they'll have a certain amount, and then if you're above that certain amount, like if you have 2, then you have 2 standard book fairs. If you have a 3rd book fair, then what ends up happening is they have a buy one get one at that one. It's an incentive for having more frequent book fairs. So even if that one is not the buy one get one free, it would mean that the one that's open house would be a buy one get one free. I just would say, ask Polly. If she says it just doesn't seem like it would be something she has the staff to handle,
Right.
because that's typically the problem where she can't get enough volunteers, enough parent volunteers to help out in there. So if she says no, she says no, but I'm just suggesting it as something that could be combined, because you can always say,
Well, and even if we
books are
can't,
art too.
yeah, even if we can't get it around the book fair, we can still incorporate the music and
Yeah.
the guitar and harmonica bands with our art show, ice cream social.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great.
And there's another group that we're connected with Latino literacy, as well as, it's called Dia de los Comadres, ¿sabes? Is it?
¿De los compadres?
No, there's a dancing group, una bailando, grupo de bailando, con Latino Literacy Foundation. There's a group that has danced at different events, and they come out and they just love to, and that could be another piece of it. There's somebody that I know, because I just went to one that's very similar to this at Chilton. very easily could see if they would be willing to bring their, they have Argentinian food that they make on premises for families. Arepas?
Dude, I don't know if you remember, if they remember or not, but we had a Mexican restaurant come in, and they had, it was like a couple years ago at the ice cream social. I believe.
Yeah.
We had food or something.
So it could be in conjunction, they make it fresh to order, so it's not like if, if there's a problem and we don't sell enough, then, so.
If we do this,
Yeah,
maybe.
she said, yeah, that one was like video or something.
Yeah, it was something, yeah.
Oh, the market.
And I didn't know that was,
Sorry, didn't mean to take this thing,
I
but
think one of a family member, a parent or something, like, did a lot of it.
Yeah.
Maria Romo, maybe?
Maybe,
I think that might have been her.
yeah.
I remember that. Do something like that.
who do we contact for the harmonica and guitar teachers or whatnot to let
so
them know?
Dottie is the guitar teacher. Dottie Ferguson and Robert Keeling is the harmonica teacher, and I can email you their emails,
Perfect.
and then that would be the easiest way to.
Only because I want to let them know so that they can start to prepare a
Absolutely.
presentation or a performance.
Absolutely.
Not just.
And we happen to have
performance.
Debbie here. Debbie now is in the loop, so.
Yeah, she's like, what, was that, was I supposed to do this? Okay.
Sorry, Debbie.
All right, we have our Eagle Scout person to come and make his presentation about our buddy benches.
All right, James.
So I don't know if you guys know about the buddy benches, but the buddy benches are for, we want on the playground, so that if somebody is lonely or shut out from their friends or whatever, they can go sit on the bench, and another friend can see, oh, they're all alone, and come over and include them in on their game or whatnot. So
Invite them.
our Eagle Scout is going to be, that's going to be his project to become an Eagle Scout. And so he's going to do a presentation for us on.
She's so
where
close
it's at.
now.
What's your name?
I'm James. Hi.
James. Hi, James.
And so yeah, that's basically the idea of the
Or the president.
That's basically the
President.
idea of the buddy bench. If someone's like lonely or needs a friend, they can go and sit on the bench, and someone that's kind of like can see them there is like, oh, this person needs a friend. I'll go introduce myself, kind of thing. And so that's the whole idea of it. Basically, what I'm going to do is going to build the bench, or 2 benches maybe, and paint it and make it all nice and pretty, and install it here somewhere on the campus, I guess. So some questions that I would have is kind of where would this buddy bench be? Like where around the playground or somewhere in that nature? And also, so you guys said around spring break would be a good time to do that. I'm thinking like maybe during spring break or after, like the weekend after spring break, would probably be a good time for it. Right now, that's pretty much all I have right now. There's nothing else going into this. I don't know how much funding I need, if I need to do any kind of fundraising for it. Or I heard there was money set aside for it already.
Well, our understanding was that you needed to raise your own funds, and that we would have some to give you if you didn't reach your goal. So,
That's kind of it, yeah.
we don't have
We
money.
need to budget it in so that we would.
We're not giving you all the money, James.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
But we do appreciate you doing this for us.
The reason, James, that this all came about is my grandson just became an Eagle Scout. And he did at his elementary school that he went to, he is now in high school.
Yeah.
He did the boxes where they could put flowers and garden and
Okay.
that kind of stuff, okay? And then it came about that he wished that he would have done the buddy bench, okay? And I went, oh, what a great idea, you know? So then I asked about it, and that's how it kind of all got started, with getting an Eagle Scout to do this for us,
Okay.
you know?
So Mark,
Yes.
he would need to discuss with you on where you could have him install these benches. And then does he need to go through the district to get approval to build them?
No.
It's just you?
That's fine. So I think part of it is going to be, we want to build something that will sustain because if it's going to be out on this side of the fence, then it has greater exposure for people to ruin them, damage them.
Yeah. Vandalism.
So the question, and I know that you probably want to see maybe the way that this one was done out here, but there's one that's mounted.
Like in the concrete.
Yeah, it's bracketed through,
Yeah.
and that would be my suggestion somehow, that would be the way that it is installed, but,
Yeah.
and I would think working with Willie, and Willie will connect with, our maintenance and facilities people to make sure that where it goes is in a place that they can access anything that they need to do for, the kind of work that needs to be done out there. I think that's the only concern we would have. But otherwise, it would just be finding a place that can be bracketed in. If it's not bracketed, then it's able to be mounted to the side of a building, if that's the case. And then just making sure that whatever it is maintenance facilities is fine with it, or great. Yeah. So in terms of the fundraising, I just want to make sure that at least the expectation is clear. Do you know if the expectation for you on the side of Boy Scouts is that you're supposed to raise a percentage of it, or a full amount, or?
I actually don't think there's like a certain amount. It's like a suggestion to add more like man hours to the whole project instead of go out and do fundraising. It's not necessary for the project, but it does help a lot.
Okay. Okay. Well, you can kind of work that out in terms of what you think would be the right amount to work toward, and then you can kind of work with me, and then we can talk through it.
You can also work with the companies in the community to donate the actual
Yeah.
material instead of just money.
Yeah.
And part of the process, and there will be fundraising that he'll be involved with, obviously, but one of the questions we kept kind of going back and forth, is there a design in mind already, or is this something that you want him to kind of,
It's his project.
it's all his,
project.
so just the idea of it, and then just let him be as creative as he can be with it, because all that will drive what the actual cost is, and then he turns around and will build it accordingly. So that's okay that he just kind of moves in the direction of what he envisions for it. There's no preconceived idea of what that would look like. We just want to make sure that, okay.
Do we want it to say Buddy Bench?
Yeah.
Like, make it,
I'm sure that's a good idea.
Yeah, it could be like painted on there, or maybe like engraved in it. It wouldn't be too big of a problem.
But it is his vision, so we'll let
because
him
we
know.
like, because it's got a purpose, so we want.
Yeah, we just want it
know.
to stand out to know, hey, that's the Buddy Bench. It's not just a regular old bench. It's
Yeah.
Buddy Bench. So anything that you can do to make it stand out and make it special for those kids to feel comfortable going and sitting on it, to wait for another friend to come up.
So will we have like an assembly to like introduce this to the children so they know what it is?
I think that's a
Or-
very good idea to do that, so that you can explain what it is and how it's to be used to the kids.
Or even if it was just,
You can be part of the broadcast as well.
like
If that
something
would
like
be
that so the
something more
kids know.
streamlined. You could be in our broadcast on Monday mornings. You could be, that could be a segment of it, or you could just kind of share what the Buddy Bench is, and it could be on location, take a picture of it. Okay.
Yeah,
If you'd be open to that, we can talk through that too.
maybe.
I can sense a little shy coming out right now. Well, considering that it's fifth graders and below that are in the broadcast, I think that you do just fine. They'd be like, wow, you just talking right there.
how they would know about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah,
there's a cool
they're gonna have
bench
to-
out there, and what exactly does that do?
Yeah.
You definitely need to.
Yeah, they're gonna have to, you're gonna have to explain it to them.
Yeah.
And then he'll need to keep his presentation so that the kids coming in the next year can hear it. You can rerun it.
Right.
You're on there. So it'll be a living document.
You're tech savvy with making videos. You can just go out there and drive
And
around.
really, truly, it could be part of our, what we do is at the beginning of the year, we do the rotation of all the different events that go on, like how to play tetherball. We go through how to play kickball.
Yeah.
That could be part of it, integrated into the station.
And what's
so-
that? That's like a day or a week of
First week of school, basically.
Yeah, and then
There's a particular day that we do that.
yeah, I remember.
It's got a name.
It has all the rules and all that.
Right, yes, thank you. Yeah,
What was it?
it's a Hawk Rodeo or the
Oh, yeah,
recess rodeo.
Recess rodeo, yeah, so that'd be part of that.
Yeehaw.
You could put a video for them. During recess rodeo.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thank you very much, James. We look forward to having that bench here.
Thank you.
Or
Yeah.
benches.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck getting that Eagle Scout.
Thanks.
Yeah. And if you need any signatures or anything, for your project, definitely mark me, any of the CTC.
Okay. Thank you.
And your meetings are right now, once a month at the beginning of the month, that's kind of the
Yes,
attendance
we're
plan.
canceling marches. There's a lot of other things going on, and we might have some committee meetings to do during March with First Seas Candy and whatever else is coming up, Teacher Appreciation Week and whatnot. But to give us room to do those, we're not going to have a PTC meeting. And we want everybody to come to Sammy Circuit Free Family Night. And that's like the day before, or the day after, so instead of doing boom meeting, and then we decided to cancel. But we will be back on April.
And April would probably be a good time to update then too.
Perfect.
Well, it would be done because it's after spring break. Spring break is,
Easter's on the 5th.
yeah, end of March.
Yeah, I'll have to figure it out.
So you have
expect to
you
see
have my
everyone
contact
information.
Debbie, you have my contact information
I do.
if you need. And then, of course, definitely work with Mark because he's the principal at school. Mark, did you buy headphones?
Thank you.
Not yet. Here's what I've looked and looked and looked. And I've gone to the place where I think what we're going to do, and I'm going to work with our district on, is getting more of the same headphones in there, and then buying the sleeves that go on the ones in there. So
I've
that
been asking her questions.
if students need to use the headphones for sanitary reasons, they'll be able to take their sleeves into the computer lab or using them with the Chromebooks and plug them in, and then just put them on the actual earphone pads, and then put them on. I think going that route is probably the most. I'm looking in longevity, like, because you buy the ones that break that are whatever, 69 cents, whatever, you get what you pay for. Whereas you buy these ones, they'll be a little bit more rugged, and we'll buy them for the amount of computers that we have left over. throughout the
So
school
is that
year.
just us paying for those, or,
Well, I have to look at the numbers first,
Okay.
and so I need to get a quote.
okay, you'll get a quote?
Marcel will give me a quote on the sleeves and the actual, for enough for all the Chromebooks.
Okay,
And then we get enough sleeves for
so
everybody.
just shoot us an email and the quote.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I still have the check. I mean, yeah, so I'll wait to find out from you if it's good before, and then put them on.
Because I think we have a technology budget. But, I mean, we're not bringing in our projected income. I don't think we're gonna make our projected income by the end of the year.
Okay.
So, we might come into a bind here, so we'll have to rework that, I believe,
Okay.
when the time comes.
Bottom line is I'll be in communication with you. You can tell me what that means. We'll work with it.
Okay.
All right. Is there any other questions or anything else that anybody wants to bring up?
Yeah, Marta is saying that well, they would like to continue coming to your PTC meetings, but they want someone to be able to, I mean, if it's possible for you to bring an interpreter for them, so
Okay.
hopefully good for them because I actually cannot make it in the afternoons, so will be good. So that way they can tell the Spanish community, that they can come to the PTC meetings because you guys have someone to, translate for them,
Do you have any?
They really wanna be part of this PTC.
Yeah, we want,
You know?
and we want everyone to be a part of it, so.
Ellos también quieren que ustedes
Community.
vengan.
Do you have any recommendations of parents out there that speak both fluently, that we could contact and ask them if they would?
Not really. No, I don't think so.
Mark, you know Spanish, you could do it.
Sarah and Armando spoke Spanish last year, so they helped out a lot with that.
Yeah, I know Sarah had a hard time, she was doing that.
Yeah, that
At the
was-
same time, she felt like she couldn't do both.
That was the
But
bylaw.
it's that-
Los idiomas, el distrito tiene que dar el dinero para un traductor, porque somos familias latinas que necesitamos. Por ejemplo, yo entiendo parte en inglés, pero no sé hablar. Entonces nosotros tenemos que tener a alguien de planta y el distrito ofrece, porque yo he estado en otra escuela donde el distrito ofrece un traductor y tenemos un traductor de planta.
Okay. He says that, well, she has been in different, ELAC meetings, different schools in the past, and the school district, they have offered an interpreter for them. Even if there is, because like you said, well, maybe a parent can help, but she said, well, if we don't have a parent that can help us, the school district should help us bringing one interpreter for us. Because she says, there is the money, and I know that, because, she also has gone to the DLAC meetings, so, and that's why she has all this information, and she wants to express this to us.
So they have an interpreter at the district office.
Yeah, but what she says, they told her that if they need an interpreter for the PTC needs to ask for the person. So they can send the interpreter for them.
Who would
So
we ask?
I'm gonna contact Katie tomorrow.
Okay.
Actually, I can probably email her now and just ask what the see if it can come right out of our budget. I mean, it's part of school business.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure they have particular rules that have to do with sites that have community liaisons, and we need to make sure that they're still making sure that we have accessibility.
Do we have a liaison at Gabriella? Oh, she's our.
She's our liaison,
Oh, okay.
and she's a wonderful one. See? Yeah, she's wonderful at that. But the
Is that something that can be discussed tomorrow morning?
I don't think what would happen tomorrow morning is you're talking to somebody who really isn't in charge of that.
Oh.
So Margot does not have any authority with that. Katie would be able to be the next person in the chain of command that would go up that. And it really comes down to a couple people above Katie. And so let me work through her.
Sure.
I can email her and find out.
We got 2 months.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out how to request a person.
Yeah. Let's just say this. There will be an expectation that there will be an interpreter here. If it doesn't come out of district funds, it'll come out of our funds here.
Si no lo paga el distrito, lo van a pagar con los fondos que tiene el PTC para pagar a la persona.
La razón que a mí se me hace más fácil que haya una persona aquí es porque yo quiero ser voluntaria en la escuela y a veces a mí me da pena porque no lo sé hablar correctamente, entonces no puedo ser tan voluntaria como fui en otras escuelas, entonces yo quiero que, por ejemplo, ella me conoció por el Facebook, entonces yo quisiera que me dijera qué le puedo ayudar y yo puedo venir, y si está la persona disponible, entonces ella me puede avisar a mí, entonces yo puedo venir con mucho gusto a ayudarles.
Yeah, she thinks it's important because she really wants to help the school to volunteer. But she says, sometimes I feel shy because my English is not good. I don't know how to, communicate with them. But if I have a person, an interpreter that can help me, I will be there and helping Chantal because I'm always checking what's going on Facebook and stuff. So they really want to do it, but they really need someone that can help.
Please, por favor.
I just
asked them to volunteer. Teacher appreciation is May 5th, or the week of May 5th, and I would like.
Muy separado de nosotros, a veces no nos querían ayudar. Igual que si nosotros nos juntamos más y atraemos más gente, podemos hacer lo que hacen las otras escuelas, por ejemplo, celebraban el Día del Niño, el 5 de mayo, el Día de Reyes, incluso Welty le puede preguntar a la directora porque sé que ellos son amigos, la directora de Goodbridge, entonces ahí yo estaba bien involucrada, pero pues mi hijo se vino para acá, ahora mi niña ya va a estar acá, entonces yo quiero saber.
Yeah, well, she said she was in Goodbridge before. Okay, you know the principal over there, she said. And she said when she was there, the principal, she used to have like a lot of events, you know, but because they have a big Spanish community over there, they were helping the PTC to have more events like for from the Spanish culture, you know, like Dia del Niño, Dia de Reyes, different. So, and she said that was wonderful because they were, you know, all together, PTC, ILAC, and they were making a lot of good things for the school and for the kids. So that's what she's looking for right now, to be part of PTC, to help you, and to have more, I mean, good things for the school and for the kids, you know? Yeah, they're always willing to do it, you know? She's the president, co-president, they really want to help you guys and be part of PTC.
Igual y nosotros podemos traer más amigas, si nos las encontramos, las podemos traer, pero lo que queremos es perder la vergüenza con ellos, porque hace un año yo vine a la junta del PTC la primera vez y me quedé así como que me asusté porque no había nadie que hablara español, entonces ya me dio vergüenza venir, ayudar más y más, y pues me alejé, pero hoy no quiero que pase eso.
She said last year she came to one of the PTC meetings, but she was like, well, she didn't see any Spanish, you know, speaking people here, so she didn't show up anymore.
But you're brave now, see?
And she
So
was,
it's brave.
sí, es valiente.
Valiente, sí. ¿Y por qué está aquí después? Más invitados.
Oh,
Y
sí.
todas son bienvenidas.
Gracias. Yeah, they will bring more families.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
That's why we wanted to reach out, to have them come, to let them know it's okay. We want everyone involved. So, whatever ideas you can bring, we would love, and we would love to try to implement and make them work for all of us, because we all want to be like the kids. The kids are all one community here. The parents all want to be one community too, and we're all doing it for the kids. So.
Yeah, we can also, you know, when I make like weekly notes in Spanish for the families. I can always, you know, write down the PTC dates for your meetings and let them know that maybe there will be a person helping, you know, or so. And Lily and Martha, they can, because they go to my office and they call family one by one to tell them you have to come, you have to do this, you know, and I think they are more like willing to do it, you know. Now we are also like expecting more people.
Well, and that's why I sent my mom to the ELAC meeting to start the communication, and it's great that you guys came tonight to continue the communication, so we can all come together and produce more.
Of course, yes.
We do have, you know, the whole tax status thing with raising money is difficult right now to be able to put on more things and whatnot due to money constraints. But if there's other ways to get around that, because we've found them, but if there's other ways, community outreach, potlucks, that kind of stuff, we'd be more than happy to help put all that together. Get that going.
Todo lo que tengan de ideas para eventos y los pueden vender y los decimos a ellos.
Gracias.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for coming.
Oh, thank you for inviting us.
Any other news or any other ideas?
Cosas que quieran decir.
No. Then I will adjourn this meeting at 7:15? No, 7:10. And we will do our committees for sees candy and whatnot, that we won't have a meeting in March, but we will meet again on April 8th.
I just sent you an email that has the names of over here and Dottie Ferguson to the PPC president one.
Okay.
But the problem is when it auto completes the address, it shows Michael. So even though I typed in PPC president, I just double check the name.
Yeah, mine does that too. And I always wonder
Because it has to do with like what's connected. I don't know if it's. Just want to make sure you get it. If you don't get it, then I'll resend it tomorrow.
Webmaster, did you do that? We need to check that out.
Yeah. It might be that they're somehow in their email itself it says the connection of Michael to PPC president is still in there. I don't know why it would auto-complete that. It might be just on my computer too.
Okay.
Yeah, my Google.
Oh, check it out.
Thank you.